So we have to frame the hypothesis. The question is given here is mu naught is 1200 hours and sigma is 100 hours, n is 50 and x bar is 1180 hours. So we have to frame the null and alternative hypothesis H naught, that is mu equal to mu naught, that is equal to 1200, because we are not going to claim that it is greater than or lesser than. We are going to say that it is not means mu equal to mu is not equal to, that is what we are going to claim. So it is a two-tailed test. So average life of a bulb is 1200 hours. What is the average life of the bulb? It is 1200 hours. Then H1, that is mu is not equal to, alternative hypothesis, mu is not equal to mu naught, that is equal to 1200. That is average life of a bulb is not 1200 hours. It may be greater than 1200 hours or lesser than 1200 hours. That is what we are going to take it as alternative hypothesis. Also, so the alternative hypothesis is a two-tailed test, right? We know this is a two-tailed test. Alternative hypothesis is what? Two-tailed. That is, you draw the normal curve. Okay. If you fix the critical value, okay, after fixing the critical value, okay, this is our critical value. Okay, after fixing the critical value, it may be mu may be that is mu may be greater than 1200 hours or mu may be lesser than 1200 hours. It may fall in this area or in this area. Therefore, it is a two-tailed test. Not equal to only we are telling, na, it is greater than or lesser than we are not claiming. Therefore, it is a two-tailed test. Right? We'll, because this is 50 by law of large numbers and the central value theorem, we have to use the Z table. So Z statistic. So Z equal to x bar minus mu naught. This is the value of Z statistic for calculating the population mean. So we are using this formula, right? That is what is given about x bar. X bar is given as 1180 hours. Okay, here this is x bar, right? This is our x bar. So we are using that x bar minus, okay, mu naught. What is our mu naught? Mu naught is 1200. Okay, so you write the mu naught 1200 divided by sigma. What is our sigma? Sigma is here, right? What is our sigma? What is our sigma? Sigma equal to 100 hours. So it will be 100 hours divided by root of size of the sample. Size of the sample is 50. Okay, divided by 50, right? If you calculate this, you will get minus 20 divided by 14.14. The answer will be 1.41. This is negative, right? So the critical value, that is tabulated value, we will use both the tabulated value as well as the this one p-value, both. We will check for both. Okay, because just now we learnt about the p-value also, no? So we'll do p-value also. We'll find p-value also. So the tabulated value for two-tailed test, it is given 95% level of confidence, no? So we have to take a tabulated value for the two-tailed test at 99% means 5% level of significance. So 5% level of significance, or I told you, no, if it is 95%, you have to remember this. No need to see the value. You can write Z alpha by 2. That is the two-tailed test. That is plus or minus. Okay, plus or minus 0.025, okay, that is plus or minus 1.96, right? So it may be left or right, no, that is why we are writing plus or minus. Since calculator value okay of test statistics, since the calculator value of test statistic z, that is equal to minus 1.41, okay, is greater than the critical value, that is equal to minus 1.96 and less, okay, and also so since z equal to minus 1.96 is greater okay, is greater than the critical value, that is minus 1.96, and so that means okay, what it means, it lies in the rejection region, sorry, it lies in non-rejection region. So we are getting 1.41, no, that is lesser value, 1.96 is greater value, therefore it lies in the non-rejection region. So we do not, what conclusion is taken, we do not reject the null hypothesis. So we do not reject the null hypothesis since since z equal to minus 1.41, okay, okay, since the null hypothesis is the claim, so we support the claim at 5% level of significance. So this is where we stopped. Now decision according to p-value. What is the test is two-tailed test. Therefore, p-value, that is 2 times p of z greater than or equal to modulus of z, which is equal to 2 times p of z greater than or equal to the calculated value we got 1.41, right? So 2 times greater than now, so we'll go to the this one, okay. This is a value that is greater than or equal to that is 1.41. So if you want to take this part, this will be total is 0.5, right? Total is 0.5. So from this it will get 0.5 minus p of, sorry, it is 0.5, it is, okay, 0.5 from 0 to this value 1.41, right? So 0 to this value, this is what we are going to write. P of 0 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.41, right? So this will be equal to 2 times 0.5 minus, if you see this is from the table, it is 0.4207. This you can see from the table, right? This value can be seen from the table, that is 1.41. So it will be, answer is 0.1586. And what is this p-value? Now we got the p-value as equal to 0.1586. Okay, this p-value is greater than alpha. Okay, p-value is greater than alpha, that is 0.05. okay, so we, decision taken is we do not reject the null hypothesis, okay, at 5% level of significance. Okay, so we did not reject the null hypothesis. Decision taking according to confidence interval, the same question only. Same question, what we did is we took the calculated value compared with the table value, and we used the what is that, p-value, and also we are using now the confidence interval. Okay, if we are going to take decision using the confidence interval. Okay, that is, confidence interval is x bar minus z alpha by 2 sigma by root n. This already we have learned. X bar plus z alpha by 2 then sigma by root n. Okay, whether the value we have calculated, no, it lies in that. What is x bar? 1180 minus z alpha by 2 is 1.96.